Okay, so today we're just going to have a go at Toto, show you a little bit of what we've started in chin rests, and we use those primarily because he doesn't like his head being brushed very well, so we have taught him to chin rest onto a cushion on my lap and get rewarded for doing that regularly. Now if he brings his head up from the chin rest, then that generally means that he's not comfortable with what's happening, so that gives me a really good indication of whether I'm going too fast for him or whether he's comfortable in what he's doing. So I'm going to just tilt the camera down now and let you guys have a look at Toto. Oh, where's the arm? Alright, Toto bear. Chin. Oh, good boy. Just put that up a little bit. There we go. Chin. Yes, good boy. So Toto has been taught to, and I can just put that chair down a little bit, to rest his chin on my lap and to tolerate certain amounts of things while he's resting his chin on my lap. Yes, good boy. I reward him quite frequently, and I reward him in place, so that will mean that he is more likely to keep that chin rest on there while I do certain procedures and so forth in whatever we're doing at that point. So if I was going to pull some things out of his eyes or anything like that, I reward him back in that place so that he's far more likely to retain that position. And today we're going to look at just brushing his head out, because I know that the head is one of those things that can get really knotty and gnarly quite regularly. And we're going to start at the back, and we're going to end up brushing forward to the nose. Chin. Good boy. Good. Drop the brush. Chin. Good. Wait. And I'm going to start at the back. Chin. Start at the back. And just very slowly releasing the hair through. Yes, good boy. And then I'm just going to let him know we've built up to this time duration and this amount of brushing. Wait. I'm just going to let him know every time we have done the portion that we want to do. I'm going to tell him he's a good boy, or he came up too far, that he came up on his own that time. So that's just a sign that that's a little bit kind of towards where he's at. So we'll do a really fast one. Good boy. And take that as information that that was around his limit of what we're doing here. Toto. I think he's dropped a treat. Toto. Good. Chin. Chin. Wait. So we would slowly progress through the hair like this, taking it at his own pace, reward him frequently. Chin. Let him get his chin back down there. If you get to a knotty bit, obviously just take your time, go through it. Chin. Good boy. Again, I went a little bit too far. It's hard to talk and to make sure that you're sort of keeping within the dog's threshold at the same time. And then also when you get towards the eye, that can be a little bit harder. So bear in mind that that is a little bit harder. Chin, chin. Good boy. And just be a little gentler. Stop more regularly. Good boy. And reward him for that process. And then you'd work all the way up to the nose. Now this is actually a hard point for Toto. This is what he actually does find quite difficult. He finds it even more difficult when you go out around the chops. Good boy. And so we would be working on just little areas of the chops. You can see how he's not too happy with that. Like that. Chin. Good boy. Wait. And so we just do little portions and then reward. Yes. And you can see there basically we've done a reasonable good job at brushing out of his head. Might go back and just do that back a little bit more. And it gives you a good basis to then get the trimmers out, if you're going to clip the head, I usually scissor it. But if you're going to clip the head or if you're going to scissor it, it gives you a nice, even, brushed out head. Hello, little boy. And you could do the same with the body. So you could get him to rest his chin. You could get him to rest his chin on a stool, and you can do the same with the body. He's still targeting with his chin. And that's how we do chin rests, isn't it, Toto? Huh? That's how we do chin rests. And you can see he's still perfectly happy to be here, hanging out and getting brushed. And now he's all fluffy.